Hey, DeMarie TV family. So I'm coming to you today because I want to discuss this letter that was sent to NBC Universal's legal team. It is a letter indicating that NBC Universal, Bravo, Andy Cohen were all being accused of grotesque and depraved mistreatment of its reality stars as they prepare for a lawsuit. Okay? This should sound very familiar. This should sound very familiar. Shout out to Nene. Let's get into it.
Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even in my feelings, grind don't stop. Got big dreams.
Hello, YouTube family. It's DeMarie TV. Everything I say in this video is alleged. It is in my opinion, and it is for entertainment purposes only. Hello, YouTube family. It's DeMarie TV. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the video, you guys. I'm new to YouTube. Every like and subscribe that I get, it helps me get higher in the algorithm. And I always forget to ask you guys in the front of the video, and I wait till the end and I miss it. So would you please do me a huge favor and like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, it's been a lot happening with regard to Bravo, Nene Leakes, Bethany, just in these last few weeks, it's been a lot happening, and this topic has been out here. It's been kind of public and at the top of minds for the last few weeks. And I do not believe this is by happenstance. I believe that there is a concerted effort to right some wrongs inflicted upon reality stars by NBC Universal and Bravo and Andy Cohen specifically. Bethany was speaking about unions or unionizing reality TV stars. I think she was aware of these issues, and I think she's been aware of the problems for some time. And I think that this is just a piece of what will probably be negotiated as a result of these lawsuits. I think that Nene Leakes took a lot of hits. When people say Nene is the most famous reality star of all times, it's because she is a leader in so many ways. She's a first in so many ways. And just like in every other instance, Nene is the first one to step out in front and say, hey, there were wrongs happening here. During her interview with Carlos King, I heard and I saw so many people call her grandiose, call her someone who believes she's better than other people. They called her entitled. People said Bravo had did all these things for her, and how dare she sue them. People said that she was wrong for suing them. People said that Nene was just in her own bag and that she did not want to go out and work hard for things and she wanted everything handed to her. Oh, I heard all the bullshit this week and last week. We heard it. We heard everybody confess and protest that Nene Leakes somehow was not being honest and truthful about her complaint to Bravo. And how dare she? How dare she say that about people who put her on? How dare she complain that NBC Universal and Bravo and Andy Cohen were giving favorable treatment to Kim Zolciak because she was a white woman, and then still want to film with Kim Zolciak? The point being, Kim Zolciak is an employee of NBC Universal and Bravo and Andy Cohen. If they had corrected her behavior and forced her to do the same things as everyone else in the group, then you would not have had a workplace situation of discrimination. So actually, Nene was 100% right. What I'm interested to see is if all those people who was talking all that shit is going to keep this same energy for what I suspect will be white women this time. Are they going to come out and say, is Andy going to come out and say, is Bravo going to come out and say, these women will never be seen on their shows ever again? Are they going to sever the relationship with these women? And are they going to try to blacklist them and get deals and projects taken away from them? Are they going to treat them the same way that they treated Nene? And if not, everything that we heard Nene say in these last two interviews with Carlos King, which I think, Carlos, you did an amazing job, by the way. Absolutely amazing. And Carlos, you be on my last nerves when it comes to Melody Cherie and Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I for real, I am not feeling you on a whole lot of levels, but you did it. You did the damn thing this last 2 weeks with these interviews with Nene. It was amazing. I understand and I see that you are covering her and you are protecting her and you are helping her and you are pushing her. And I am appreciative of that. I hope you understand. In the same instance, this is the same thing that we want you to do for other women on your shows. Specifically, I need you to cover Mel. Point blank, period. I need you to have that same energy when it comes to Melody Cherie Rogers. And in the event that you do that, you won't have half the problems you already got with people watching your shows. They will go away. This is the type of covering and protection that we're saying that Black women need from a Black producer in TV. But I want to see when it is revealed who is filing this complaint, and when it is revealed who are making these complaints against Andy and Bravo and NBC Universal, are they going to be treated the same way that Nene Leakes has been treated? And oh, y'all, I doubt very seriously that is going to happen. You want to know why? Because she's Black. And when she was saying she was facing discrimination, she was telling the truth. Nene should have been paid more. Nene should have had the same amount of opportunities as Kim Kardashian. Nene should have been on the same playing field as a Kim Kardashian because she pioneered this shit. But let's see, when the complainants are identified, if this same energy is given to these reality TV stars. How much do you want to bet that NBC Universal, Bravo, and Andy will settle with this complaint? They're going to settle with Garagos. Oh yeah, because he's about his shit. Y'all better look him up. Mark Garagos handles his shit. He is a high-powered attorney who knows the industry very well. His name recognition alone lets them know these people did not come to play. I wonder if Nene is in negotiations with NBC Universal, Bravo, and Andy Cohen. Does she have the ability to tack herself onto this lawsuit? Do any of the other housewives have any intention of joining this lawsuit? Will Bethany Frankel and her suggestion of having a union for reality TV stars, will that be a part of their ask? As a part of a settlement? Will it come as a part? That's what I'm saying. It seems like a lot of things are happening at the same time. And I think it was okay when they were just doing this to Nene. I think it was okay when Nene was sticking her head out there by herself and saying, hey, this is not right. This is not fair. And nobody else, everybody's saying, oh, Nene doesn't stand up for the other housewives. Well, maybe if the other black housewives had stood with Nene, they could have got something done as well. But no, she had to go out there and stand out there on her own. But during this next lawsuit, it is a collective. It is more than one because there is power in numbers. So while all these people are out here saying, oh, Nene's this, she thinks she's all that, she thinks she's better than anybody, maybe the other black reality TV stars who are in her text talking about the discrimination inflicted upon them by NBCUniversal, Andy Cohen, and Bravo should have stood up and said something with her. Maybe they should have joined her in a lawsuit so she would not have been made to stand out there alone and let them inflict so much pain on one woman. And the other ones just sit back, shut up, and got their check. When they felt and expressed the same things that she was feeling and expressing, the only difference is she's the only one who had the damn balls to stand up and say something. It's going to be interesting to watch how the tables turn. Because the chickens is coming home to roost. When she was saying that there was problems with this company, no one wanted to hear Nene. I wonder how everyone's going to receive the deliberate attempts to manufacture mental instability. How's everyone going to receive that complaint now? If the complainants are white, will people believe that the abuse happened now because people of a Caucasian persuasion are saying so? That pisses me off. That pisses me off. No one had no time to hear nothing that Nene had to say. But now you're having accusations of revenge P. Listen, we all are, if you are a Love and Marriage Huntsville fan, we are furious with Carlos King at this very moment because we don't feel like this man is doing enough for Melody Cherie Rogers because another man on that same show who just happens to be her ex-husband and his mistress tried to inflict revenge porn on Melody Cherie. Now we have a case that is happening before our eyes, and it is going to be huge. And it is going to set a precedent in the industry on how not only the producers, but the companies handle revenge P on their reality shows. This precedent that this case is going to set may actually dictate what Melody can do legally, how Carlos may adjust his behavior now that he's seeing reality stars are actually suing the producers and the company. It's a lot of things happening here. But it seems to me that I just have this sinking feeling that the attorneys in this letter, they conclude with allegations that networks are covering up acts of sexual violence. They're covering up acts of discrimination. Like these things are things that Black people have been complaining about for a very long time. And it just seems to me that once again, it's going to become an issue now that other people who happen to be white are raising the complaint. And that is so unfair. It is so incredibly unfair that we've had to watch Nene go through some of these things. We, as fans of Melody, have watched Melody Cherie Rogers go through these things. The black women got to go out there and deal with all this shit by themselves. Don't nobody support them. Nobody has it back. And people be like, oh, you millimeters are crazy. No, we ride for her the way we ride for her because this is exactly what we're talking about. The black women have to stand out there and go through this shit on their own. But when the white people stand up, or the white women in particular stand up and say it happens to him, you watch how this world reacts to this and how they're going to move a whole lot different. And by me saying the world, I'm not just talking about the world, white people in the world. I'm talking about how black people react to our own people when we tell the world that something is wrong. The support is not there. The backing is not there. Nene Leakes is the all-time best reality star female to ever walk the face of this earth. I don't care what anybody has to say. I don't care who your favorite present-day reality TV star is. I don't care. If you have the opinion that Nene Leakes is not the best reality TV show star to ever do this, you're out of your fucking mind. Period. Point blank. No one can hold a scene like her. No one has transformed themselves like her. No one can stand in this and do this the way she's done it. And no one can withstand the treatment that she has had to undergo because she decided to stand up and say, wait a minute, I'm not going to just let you all treat me like this. She tried to work it out with them. She sued them. She withdrew the suit, went into mediation, and then to have them say Nene Leakes will never be back on Real Housewives. Okay, well, maybe there should not be any more Real Housewives. You got to be careful how you treat people, Andy. And I hope that same statement goes for everyone who's involved in this lawsuit and everyone who joins this lawsuit. Because in my opinion, that sounds exactly like retaliation. It is, in fact, retaliation. Is it not? Which is the exact same thing they're complaining about here. So, as with most black people, when they complain about something, Nene was telling the truth. She was telling the truth. And because the other housewives of Atlanta who understood what was happening, who were aware of what was happening, and who were too afraid to stand up with her and go into a lawsuit and complain with her, she had to stand out there and put her neck out there on her own. I don't have respect for people who will sit up and know something's happening, complain that it's happening. Say you want to do something about the discrimination, the unfair treatment. Talk about it in text, but when it's time to go, y'all running scared. I don't have no respect for that. And the reason being is because Nene did this, there may be changes that happen as a result of her moving forward with her complaint and as a result of her mediation, and they get to benefit from those changes. But Nene is still off of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and it is the house that she built. She built it. It is hers. Half them women on that show right now are not even, they can't even hold your attention for 20 seconds. I don't even know why they exist on the show. It's not, I can't even watch it. Like, I would love to report on Real Housewives of Atlanta that I used to watch back in the day when it was really good, when Nene was on it. But the stuff that they got going on now, who wants to see that? It's trash. Point blank, period. It's trash. I don't want to watch that. None of them are interesting. In my opinion, Sheree is one of the OGs, but listen, you lost me with the whole Martell thing, and it's a wrap for that. I don't understand how you got to a point where you had to pretend to be dating Martell Holt. Did you not watch any episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville? Did you not see how this man treated his ex-wife? Why on earth would you want to put that anywhere near you in your space? Why would you want that energy near you, period? For a check? That says a lot about you. I'm not interested. No. Candy, I love Candy, but I don't love Candy because of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I love Candy because I love Candy. I've been loving Candy since I was young. Escape is Escape, and Candy was that prior to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But to be perfectly honest, when Phaedra, Portia, Candy got into it, I haven't found her to be interesting in that setting since then. I haven't found the show to be interesting since then. The women that they have on the show right now are just not the same caliber of the women that they had back then. They're not. So I'm really excited to see where this goes. I'm really excited to see how NBC Universal, Andy Cohen, Bravo handle this complaint. The day of reckoning is coming. Nene, if I was you, I would figure out, what's going on with this lawsuit. And if any of it applies to you, I'd hop my ass right on this one too. If they have not negotiated with you in a way that you feel is favorable to self, stop negotiations and go on and join this lawsuit. I mean, it is what it is. I'd like to hear y'all opinion. Drop me some comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll know when I release another video. This is going to get messy. It's going to get real messy, but I'm going to be sure to stay on top of it because I feel like Nene Leakes should be vindicated. I think she is owed a lot, and I would love to see her get it. I would also love to see how Carlos King is going to modify his behavior with respect to revenge porn, considering the fact that now he sees there can be lawsuits tied to it. Now, is this the same situation? No. Not exactly. But the fact that Martell Holt is still on this show with this woman and he hasn't been fired, I think there's going to be some similarities in the fact that he should have been off the show. If you know someone is inflicting revenge porn on an employee of the show and he is also an employee of the show, he should go. It's no reason for him to still be there. And sometimes just doing the right thing prevents lawsuits and all of this mess. And everybody knows the right thing to do would be to get Martell off that show. He brings nothing to it. The reality TV show world is about to be a little chaotic for a minute. But I'm here for it. I believe that Nene should be vindicated, and I believe that she should be vindicated, and it's going to happen. And I believe that they're going to have to settle with whomever is a part of this lawsuit. I believe this lawsuit gives validation to what Nene was saying. I do. I believe NBC Universal, Andy Cohen, and Bravo are wrong. They've been wrong for a minute. I believe a lot of people knew it. And I believe when Nene came out and said something about it, people ducked their head. They hid it. Because they didn't want no smoke. Let's see if this letter puts a battery in some other people's back. It's gonna be interesting to watch. All right, you guys, I'll keep you posted on anything new that I hear. Have a good one.
Get out the way. Who got a watch? Who got the time? I'm raising the clock. Even if my feelings grind don't stop. Got big dreams.